Hello, my name is Red-tailed Fox TWT, but you can call me Red or Fox, and welcome to my video. Before I start my ramble, I would like to first of all apologize if my audio quality isn't the greatest. I don't have a good mic right now, and this is my first video, so please bear with me if stuff doesn't seem right. I'm still testing things out. And thank you, let's start the ramble. Today I will be explaining and showing the process of how I made my first ever mass attack on ARTFIGHT. If you don't know what ARTFIGHT is, it is a website that hosts an event that occurs every year in July. How it works is that there are two themed teams. This year was Crystals versus Fossils, and I was on Team Fossil. You can submit characters that you have created for other artists to potentially attack. An attack is where you draw, craft, or even make a 3D model of another artist's character. When you attack someone on your own team, it is friendly fire and will give you less points than you would earn attacking the opposite team. A mass attack is when you draw multiple characters in the one attack. It can be a still drawing or an animation. How I came up with the idea for my mass attack was I was listening to this here playlist of old meme songs. This included Shooting Stars by Bag Raiders, which was used for a meme of what I remember, a spinning go-kart kid. While listening to it, I realized it could make an interesting mass attack on ARTFIGHT of the characters being in the go-kart kid's pose and spinning around, but unfortunately I overestimated my drawing skills and I couldn't do the position for all the characters without making them look weird. Before I realized that though, I had gathered over 70 characters in a book, and I made sure to write it out as I went in case I forgot to bookmark them and put them into the folder that I had organised for this here mass attack. But silly me started halfway through the ARTFIGHT, so I only got to draw 36 of them, which is still a lot. I'm just a bit sad that I didn't get to draw the other ones. In a way, it's also kind of good it turned out this way, because at the beginning of my mass attack, I zoomed through all the ones that I did, and if there was any more, it would have been way too crowded and too quick. So in that way, it works out. I am now showing you the speed paints for the background characters first, because they were always the start of each group that I would do of 6. Basically how I did them was I first did my base sketch of the character, then I would divide things into how I want them to move. So like I always had the back hair, and then I would have the main body, then the front hair and the eyes would be separate. Now looking back at this, I realized I actually did a lot of oopsies with this attack, because I started on my old device and it was low on storage, so I actually had to switch midway to my newer device, and for whatever reason during that transition my drawing just kinda the quality went down for like a couple drawings, and I did my drawings in a way as well where I had 2 different canvases, one for the characters that would be in the background and one for the characters that would be spinning. I also, for the first few background characters, added too many layers because I thought I would be animating them more. But then I found out that it doesn't really work because it just doesn't suit the tempo of everything. So I had to some of the characters for the background have more layers than others would in their thing. But it's alright, they still look lovely. It just bothers me a little bit that there could have been more time saved if I had realised that sooner. It's still good practice for the future though, so I suppose I didn't lose too much out of it. You know, for next year's ARTFIGHT, I was hoping that the characters that I didn't do this year, I'll do next year. I don't think I'll do the same, thing, but I would like to, do something with them, because I'm still so annoyed that I didn't have enough time to do them, because I genuinely loved all of them, and it's good practice, because, there was things in this that I haven't drawn at all or in a long time, like ponies. I used to draw them a lot whenever I was younger, and I used to be quite decent at them, and I've lost my touch because anything that is like animal-like, that isn't humanoid at all, I struggle to draw them. I just can't get their bodies right, as if they have like 10 more limbs, even though they really don't have many more at all. I keep yapping on accident. Like, my original plan for this was just gonna give you like a quick brief of how I did them because they were all so repetitive. But then I keep like thinking of something else to say, but at the same time I don't know what to say. So I keep questioning how all these other like YouTubers yap. Like, I love yapping. I don't mean that in a bad way. Yapping can be lovely. I love yapping whenever I'm going to sleep. But I just don't understand how they keep yapping. I'm struggling to come up with stuff like that's relevant to the thing. But maybe it's just because it's my first time. Maybe it's like a thing that I need to gain. I don't know. I'm gonna let you do what I originally planned and let you listen to the music and watch the speed paint. Little warning if you notice, some parts are really laggy and I don't know why, and I've tried to fix that, so I do apologize for that. But enjoy the music until the next section for the spinning characters. I will yap again, probably. For the characters that would be spinning, I did it a little bit differently. I would start by making a stick man of the pose that I wanted for the character, then do a rough lining of it, then do the line art, color, and do a little bit of shading. I feel like because I did this so many times, I kind of like developed my style more. I always had like a little style where I would have like a circle nose and a certain, I don't know, I just had it, but I feel like I developed it more during this process because they all look like they are my art, which I love. I'll let you listen again to the music and watch the speed paint. There is a little bit that I talk later. I apologize, but it's just a little thing. For the ones that are more like animal only type body, I did them landscape because I struggled to fit them in portrait, and even whenever they were landscape, I actually did struggle with them because I'm out of practice at drawing animals. I'm sorry that I don't move the canvas to be right for yous, but I didn't want it to be like inconsistent and constantly switching, so I'm sorry, but I hope it's alright and you can still see what's going on. So I didn't get to actually record the part of me making the characters spin and whatever, because I didn't realize at the time I would want to make a video out of this. But I did manage to record the part that I was making where they all zoom in, but it was really laggy, so I lost some of my footage. But I have a good bit of it, so yeah. It was quite simple, really, after I got to learn how null works. I just added all the characters before adjusting their Z number, and I made the one that I wanted last to be seen as far back, and from there I did like 200 between each of them until the front one. Once they were all connected by parenting layers to the null layer, I used the null layer to change all their Z number till they all got zoomed through till the very back. I quickly made sure that I was happy with the speed that they were going at before going through each image and adjusting them, because some of them they zoomed in at the wrong place because of the way I had them organized. So I needed to move some down so that their face would be zoomed into, but that was quite an easy process once I got into the pattern of it. The spinning and background characters were also pretty simple. The background characters I put in first, and before I animated anything of them, I added the spinning characters, and they would take turns switching side, and I would make sure that they spin at the right speed before going back and making the background characters' eye close at the right time so that the eye that's open is the side that the spinning character is on. I then did more subtle animations like the hair slightly waving and that there sort of thing, and made sure it was all at the right speed again. I did the words at the beginning of the attack after that, and after finishing everything in all light motion, I wrote it into KineMaster so that I could do some touch-ups and all of that, and add my watermark, of course. Then after that was finished, came my least favorite part of the whole thing, which was actually submitting the attack. The reason I hated this so much was that I had to submit every single character individually by their number, and I was just tired at the time because it was late whenever I did it. And the worst part is, I kept accidentally refreshing my page because I was silly and wasn't paying attention to what apps I was switching into, because I tend to switch my task quite often to keep focus, which is another reason why I'm so slow at things. Yeah, I kept refreshing the page and having to redo the description and redo all the characters, but I eventually got it done. After it was submitted, I enjoyed watching the comments. Everyone was so nice. It honestly made me so happy seeing the reactions of people. Even though it was the last day, I even got a couple of revenge from people, which I find amazing. Speaking of which, I got included in a mass attack of somebody else's, which I was shocked about. It's this year anime opening thing, and I loved Steve. Steve was in it. He was lovely. I loved that. And I really hope the people that I attacked felt the same thing that I felt whenever I saw my character. Because one of them did comment that they were with their friends and they didn't know where their character was and that they pointed and whatever whenever it came on screen. I just love that. I'm yapping. I apologize. I'll let you watch the rest of this here sped up footage in peace. Enjoy the music again. That is all. I hope you enjoyed this here video. If you want to go check out the video of the actual attack, it will be linked somewhere in the description or on the actual video. Not sure yet. In the editing process, I'm not sure. And in the description, I'll have a link to the actual attack page. And that is all. again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for sticking around this long, and bye!